Hi everyone, we've got a couple things going on today. We're gonna go check on a couple of our herds. Fred just moved a few of them this morning, so we just have to go check on their battery, make sure that their poly wire is hot, and then go check on our cows, which we're doing a grazing strategy with to hopefully mitigate for a grass that is undesired in our pastures. It's actually in one of our native pastures, so we're trying to get rid of it so that the native plants can have a little bit more of an opportunity to thrive. And another herd that we need to go check on just to make sure that they've got plenty of feed in their pasture. After that, I think we're planning on weighing some pigs. I gotta feed those pigs first thing this morning, so I'm gonna go do that. But yeah, I think that's all that we're gonna be really doing today. We'll see what else we end up getting into. So what can happen with our grain tank here, and what you kind of just saw, is we have a couple leaks in it, and so water will drain down the sides and it'll create these little clumps. So we kind of like to pull those clumps out. We don't want to feed them to our pigs. They get a little gross and they tend to clog this thing up. Hi buddy. They tend to clog this thing up, and so we just go in, try and remove them, and then we use that stick to just kind of get up there and then get on with our day. For our larger pigs, we use our cattle mineral feeder, which works out pretty well for them. Making sure that everyone's got some fresh water, and it looks like the pigs now have a nice little puddle to play in. Sometimes their water tank becomes a puddle too. I am just down here underneath the oak trees where Fred just moved some cattle this morning. I am just here to make sure that their battery is working well, the fence line is nice and hot, and that they also have some minerals in their mineral feeder. So Fred arrived right when I was finishing up on the batteries and moved the mineral feeders for us. So now we just have to fill them up. So this is the same mineral feeder that you saw earlier that we feed the larger pigs with, which are originally designed for exactly this purpose here. Now Fred and I are in the same field as our cows and calves, where we're doing the little bit of a control measure to basically select for getting rid of a type of oat grass that it's just kind of outcompetes all of our native grasses, has been taking over this field. We have lots of beautiful prairie flowers in here. We are using the cattle as a grazing measure to hopefully get rid of this oat grass and make it so that the other grasses can flourish a little bit better. We are working alongside NRCS to make sure that this happens. This pasture here is typically during this time of the year being deferred and we don't have any animals on it. But they have given us the go-ahead this year in order to control for this oatgrass. We're going to set up a new wire. I think Fred is already back there stringing it out, and I'm going to follow him with the pigtail step-in posts, and then we're going to move them over into a new little strip. We are doing this in strips because it forces the animals to eat down a lot more of... Hi! Are you done? Okay. It forces the animals to eat down a lot more of the grass versus if they were given the whole pasture, they could kind of selectively graze specific grasses that they liked more.
Time won't stop, so gonna get on the ride, twisting and turning.
One thing about the prairie that we work on is it is fairly rocky, so it can be pretty hard to get these step-in posts in sometimes.
Home moves with me where I roam. It's in every dream I make my own. I'm never alone. I know that every day will always bring me something new. Every day will always bring me something new. Every day will bring me something new.
All right, so we just finished moving our cows into their new portion of grass, and now we're down by our corrals where we have some of our close-ups with a couple of our fall calves just by accident. But these guys are still good. We set up this section for them yesterday, and everything's still looking good. I'm gonna kind of show you guys the difference between what was grazed 4 days ago, and then we moved them out of here and then brought them back in here. So I'll show you what was the 4 days ago, what they've been in since yesterday, and then what we're gonna move them into tomorrow. Going alongside this wire here so that you can actually see a little bit of the difference. This section here was grazed down a little bit more than we would like. But all of this is really a lot of trial and error. And then let's go into this section where they currently are. As you can see in this pasture, there's still quite a bit of grass length here. We're not down to our desired 5 to 4 inches is usually when we like to remove them. Let's go over and see what we're going to move them into tomorrow so you guys can just see the difference between the two. You can see on the right side there are quite a few more seed heads popping up that haven't been eaten, whereas on the left side they have basically been eaten down by these animals. So we'll get these guys into the new section first thing tomorrow morning just to make sure that they don't overgraze this section right here. Fred is already headed up to the main house, and we're gonna join him up there and weigh some pigs. 292.
Back up, back up.
292.
Okay.
Fred and I just finished up weighing those pigs. They're all pretty big. We're bringing them in tomorrow, so good thing, because I don't know if they could grow any more here. Just identified that Buddy's tank just needs a little bit of a scrub, so I'm going to do that, grab some lunch, and then pack our coolers for the farmer's market in Tacoma tomorrow. The birds really like Buddy's tank, so they tend to poop all over it, and so we have to clean it out quite often. We're just here to pack some coolers for the market tomorrow. Not super exciting, but the market's exciting. So let's get all the boxes packed and ready to go, and then tomorrow we'll be off. All right, a little bit of a shorter day today, but we were able to check on all of our herds that we have here on the ranch, as well as weigh our pigs that are being hauled off tomorrow, and just get everything ready for our farmer's market tomorrow as well. It was a pretty productive day, but it is getting really cold in here and I am ready to get out. So thank you all for following along, and we'll catch up with y'all again soon.
Buddy, no.
We can get. Whoa!